What's up, guys? Eli here, back for another USBM video where I take 5 recordings from just random US black metal bands and just kind of spotlight them. So, got 5 here. Let's get started. From 2018, starting off with the only thing I own from the Black Twilight Circle. If you don't know the Black Twilight Circle, go ahead and look into it. Very cool kind of collective. I wish I owned more from those guys, but I don't. This is a 4-way split with Volan, Shaitan, Arzmenda, and Calathon. They all get 1 song each, and it's great. It's really good. It makes me want to get more stuff from all of those bands. I just haven't done it yet. But this is a damn nice release and definitely worth your time. Track this one down. From 2005, we've got the Hellgoat and Legion of Astaroth split. This is known for being kind of, it got pretty slagged in the review department. Both these bands are good, but this stuff is so goddamn raw. There is like almost no production value here. This is probably one of the more raw things I've ever heard. Hellgoat, they're like a kind of almost a war metal type black metal from down south, Atlanta, I think. And then Legion of Astaroth are kind of a straightforward raw black metal band. Very good in their own right. Let's see, the Legion of Astaroth had members from like Eyes of Ligeia and Crimson Moon, 2 bands I really dig. So I mean, obviously there's some pretty important personnel in that band. So I don't know. I never had a problem with it. I like this split. A lot of people didn't. Now these next few, I'm going to be cheating. This is the Ives Amort split from 2011. 4th release from Ives, because I'm only going to be talking about Ives today. They formed in 2008 in Florida, and Amort are cool too, but Amort are like a funeral doom band. I grabbed this one for the Ives side, and the Ives side is the side that I prefer. Ives play a very like D-beat, punky black metal. It's like traditional black metal. Imagine traditional black metal, like maybe early Satyricon, but played by like a crust band or something like that. It's very cool. It's more black metal than anything, but it's got like D-beat drumming, some punky riffs. It's really good. I think this band is quite underrated. I should probably get more of their stuff. They're one of those raw black metal bands that mainly focuses on like on demos and stuff. I don't know if they ever did any full lengths, and I don't know if they're still around, but they're really cool and worth looking into for you guys. Cheating again, because obviously Dark Funeral are from Sweden, but I grabbed this for the Vaughn side. This is an interesting release, by the way. So Dark Funeral's got In the Sign. We're not talking about them. I do love early Dark Funeral. Vaughn, we got their Satanic Blood demo from, when was that from? 92. This is a 2004 Candlelight re-release. So Vaughn are one of the, in a lot of people's opinions, one of the more important black metal bands ever, especially from the US. They formed in 1987 in Hawaii. They moved to San Francisco a couple years after that. I'm laughing because this is a funny release. This is considered not an official release, despite the fact that it being from Candlelight Records. a very legit label. I don't understand. You don't see this listed on like Metal Archives. I don't think you. I'm not even sure if you see this listed on Discogs. It's like an official bootleg. I don't really know the full history of it, but honestly, I love the Dark Funeral side too. But we're not here to talk about them. We're here to talk about Vaughn's very kind of repetitive, hypnotic, evil, and just primal, primitive black metal. We all know who Vaughn are, but if for some reason you don't, or maybe you've ignored them because of the hype or something, I don't know. Check out Vaughn. If you like black metal, you got to at least hear Vaughn. And last one for the day, we got the Krieg Integrity Split. So we're not going to be talking about Integrity because they're not a black metal band. They are one of the kind of godfathers of like metallic hardcore. But we're going to be talking about Krieg. Although, and I mean, to be fair, Integrity in their later years, from what I noticed, I've never really been a fan of them. But I've kind of checked out their later stuff here and there. I think they definitely did pick up some black metal influences. I don't know if they. I think it was before this split because I want to say 10 years ago even. But this is from 2018. Krieg formed in 1997 in New Jersey. I really, I'm not a big Krieg fan. I do really like their early stuff. Matter of fact, I've never heard anything from them that I didn't like, but I do prefer the early stuff to the later stuff. This later stuff is good. It's more like, what would you call it? It's more of like a thicker guitar tone, almost like a death metal guitar tone. Maybe more like punk or crust or maybe even hardcore oriented black metal. And I don't mean that in the vocals. I mean that more in like the guitar tone and maybe even the riffs. Does that make sense? Would you agree with that? More hardcore or maybe crust? Let's say crust. I think it's more crust inspired. That's what I'm getting, but I'm not a crust guy. So yeah, these are really good songs. I do like them. It's not something I return to often, but I think it's good for what it is. It hasn't been enough yet for me to go out and get some more modern Krieg stuff. I don't actually own any Krieg. I wouldn't mind picking up their first like 2 or 3 releases, but I just haven't done it yet. So it's a good split. It kind of let me listen to 2 bands that I've largely ignored, or at least I've never owned anything from either of them. So it's cool for that reason. Came out on Relapse Records, and it's a nice release. Anyways, guys, that's it. As always, I appreciate you stopping by. We'll talk soon. Louis says hello, and fucking cheers.